Captain Rex was one of the most famous clones in the Republic, and one of the very few who deactivated his own inhibitor chip. For this reason, when Order 66 was initiated by Palpatine, he was faced with one of the most difficult decisions of his life: betray his brothers and the Republic, or side with the Jedi he had grown to know over his career. And as we know, he of course chose the latter, which eventually led to him becoming a hero of the rebellion and a key factor in its conception. But what would have happened if instead Rex sided with the Republic and obeyed orders? Just as a very quick heads up before we do begin, this video does have some potential spoilers for Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 7. It's all stuff that we have covered before, but this was probably back before we knew it was even coming back. So if you are trying to keep that all fresh and you're waiting for every new episode, then maybe come back to this video a little bit later. But anyway, let's get on with the video. Now, for this rethink, we're still going to be saying that he did remove his inhibitor chip, meaning the decisions are very much his own. And as we know, Rex was on Mandalore with Ahsoka Tano putting down the remnants of Maul's Shadow Collective when the order came through. In our timeline, he assisted Ahsoka's escape and then faked his own death to go into hiding. But straight off the bat, this changes things. Instead, Rex turns on Ahsoka, and with this, she is executed like countless other Jedi around the galaxy. Now, this is already going to have a pretty huge knock-on effect later on down the line. It's arguable that without Ahsoka, the Alliance would have never existed, or it would have looked completely different to how it did in our own timeline. But I want to focus more on the present and what this means for Rex. So everything else goes as it does in our timeline. Anakin becomes the cybernetic Vader, the Jedi are destroyed, leaving the Republic to become the Empire under Sidious. So what happens next? Well, Rex is still going to be the leader of the 501st in this scenario. Apo does not assume command, and ultimately, Rex is now made head of the 501st Stormtrooper Legion, and he's now serving under his new commander, Darth Vader. Now, we don't know if Rex would be able to make the link between Skywalker and Vader, however, it's possible that he would have had his suspicions. Now, from here, Rex is going to be helping Vader with all of his missions, hunting and killing Jedi, butchering civilians, and subjugating worlds. And this is ultimately going to go one of two ways. Remember, Rex doesn't have an inhibitor chip, so unlike other clones who are just following protocol blindly, he can't do this. He is consciously following these orders. So the first scenario is that Rex serves loyally. He does away with his ethics and follows Vader and his empire into the depths of depravity. And he'd make an amazing commander, as he did in the Clone Wars. The 501st would likely be far more effective than it was in our timeline under the Empire. Eventually, Rex would become old, and similarly to Cody, would likely be sent to train the next generation of non-clone stormtroopers. And this does seem like a little bit of an unimaginative end for the captain. However, then we have the second and possibly more likely version. Rex, like many clones, learnt a lot from the Jedi, particularly right from wrong, compassion and kindness. Things that are not overtly valued in the Empire, and not things that they wanted their soldiers practicing. And I don't know if Rex would be able to throw all of this away like his fellow brothers without the aid of the inhibitor chip. Killing civilians, slavery, and countless other crimes, this would almost definitely weigh on him as it would on any conscious person. Also, he's going to be following Vader, who's possibly the cruelest commander in the Empire, and that's definitely not going to help. Rex, as we know, wasn't afraid to speak his mind on issues even when it came to second-guessing his superiors. So, when Vader orders his soldiers to commit suicidal offensives, or do something such as execute prisoners, I think Rex would probably speak up. And as we know, this is not tolerated under the Empire, especially not by Vader. For this reason, it's very likely he would be killed without hesitation by the Sith, who was at this point so consumed by the dark side that it wouldn't have meant anything to him. Or perhaps Rex would do this more secretly and try to undermine the Empire, helping civilians escape war zones. Or maybe he would just go insane. All of these are possible. Rex, at the end of the day, was a good man by most standards, and when forced to do what the Empire asked of him, it could definitely cause him a lot of problems. Ultimately, I think it was better for Rex, and probably for everyone involved, that he actually left the Republic and went to go and join the rebellion later on in his life. It's abundantly clear for a free-thinking clone like Rex that the Empire was just not the place for him. But what do you guys think is most likely? What would have happened to Rex under the Empire? Would he survive or thrive, or be tossed aside like the countless other relics of the Republic? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If so, please remember to like, share and sub, as it's really appreciated and it helps the channel grow, and we are so close to 100k subs now, so we're really excited to get there soon. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at @TheLoreGuy and tick the bell for regular updates. But most importantly, thank you so much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed. Hope you're all having a great day, and I'll see you next time.